What's up, everybody? How's it going? I want to do a follow-up video about the acoustic guitar and its point of origin, if you will. If you haven't seen that, I think that's last week's video or 10 days ago, wherever it is now, just click wherever it shows up. Long story short, that video sums up, I was given this guitar in '94, it was my mom's in '74, and I was trying to find out what year it was made and how my mother got it. She claimed it was from my Uncle Jim, so decided to contact my Uncle Jim. Turns out it wasn't his. He said maybe my Uncle Danny gave it to him, or to my mom, and contacted my Uncle Danny. He didn't even know what this guitar was. So my brother suggested I contact my Aunt Linda, who was an actual touring musician back in the late 70s, early 80s. My mom's side of the family, all of them played music. My grandmother was actually an opera singer. I think my grandfather's the only one that doesn't play. But yeah, my Uncle Jim, Uncle Danny, my Uncle David kind of dabbled with guitar. My two cousins that are his kids, they both play. I think Kyle, if you see this, I think you're still doing your metal stuff, right? Anyway, so none of my family members knew anything about this. So my dad called me and I told him that, hey, I'm doing lessons now and I'm using the guitar that Mom gave me. Do you happen to know how she got this? Interesting story. It's not the wholesome family hand-me-downs spiel that my mother told me back when I was 14. There's kind of a reason for that. So my dad tells me that back in '77, he reconnected with the old friend of his. I guess they were in the Boy Scouts together. His name was Steve something. And goes to his place, and his brother Neil was dating my mom. And this was a shitty apartment in downtown Detroit. For some reason, my dad decided to tell me it was next to a porno theater. I don't know how that's relevant, but that's just what he said. The apartment also had roaches. Like, you can take like a picture frame off the wall and there'd be roaches in the form of the picture frame. Total coke den too, by the way. So Neil was everyone's coke dealer, and my dad reconnected with his friend Steve, met Neil and met my mom, and they just started partying together, hanging out. And one night, I guess they decided to get really fucked up on whatever they had, whether it be coke, quaaludes, fucking acid, pot. They all smoked pot, of course. Anything they had, minus meth and crack, because I don't think those drugs were even invented then. They went to a place called Dearborn Music, which I think, if it's the same one, it's on Michigan Avenue. And I guess back then they used to sell instruments. Well, they didn't exactly buy this guitar. They did a smash and grab. They bashed in the front window with some bricks, ran in, took some shit, and bolted. So that's the origin of this guitar. It belonged to my mother's ex-boyfriend Neil. On a cocaine binge, decided to fucking go steal this guitar. Now, how my mom got it, though, is interesting, because my dad went on to tell me that Neil was also, I guess, the, not landlord of their apartment, but he was the main guy that everyone gave rent money to. Well, you know what that drug does to you. So he decided to take all the money and go blow it on that specific drug. And what pissed everybody off, not the fact that their money was stolen, he didn't share. So my mom dumped his ass and then started dating my dad. And that happened between '76 and '79. So I'm guessing that's when this guitar was probably made, in that time frame. So that's the origin of this guitar, man. It is a old school smash gun. Now, Neil did use it because, like I said in the previous video, these are not the original tuners. These are Grover tuners. Whoops, there's my desk right there. It came with a case and that capo, which I thought my uncle liked because it looks something like, I don't know, I said Rastafarian because of the colors, but who knows? Who the fuck knows? I never obviously met that Neil guy because he was long gone. Hence why I'm here. So anyway, that's the origin of this guitar, and being that now is such a crazy backstory, I mean, this isn't worth any money anyway, but I'm never selling this thing. This thing's gonna stay with me for life. So that's it, guys. Thanks for watching this video. Hit subscribe and that bell. Next video is going to be, it's back here, the DiMarzio Mojo. I'm going to film that following this video. We'll see you soon.